Hello there, Saber fans. Shamim here. Today I'm doing a video review of the Roman Props Antigonee. This is the first custom saber that Roman Props developed some years ago. Years later now he revisited it with the improved machining and design techniques that he's learned over the course of his years. And he went back to his original custom saber design that he made years ago and brought it back to life with new machining and new materials. And so he sent one to me to review and to install. So I've installed it now with Antigonee V4 soundboard. There's a Luxeon Tri-Rebel deep red, green, white LED, which mixes for a really, really lovely shade of like pale viridian. It's sort of a yellowish green, but it's very, very pale viridian. The deep red and the green mix really beautifully together, and then a white flash on clash is quite lovely. I don't know how well it'll show up on the video. When I took pictures, it looked white. So we'll see how it looks on the video here. But in person, it's an exquisite shade of pale viridian. Really, really lovely. 28mm base speaker, 18650 lithium-ion battery, full 3D printed chassis, and then your single AV switch here. So let's talk a little bit about the hilt design itself. This is one of just a few, maybe one or two original designs that Roman Props offers. Most of his other hilts on his website are cannon-based hilts. Very, very accurate Graflex, MPP, the Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 3 and Episode 4, the Inception and the MK1 respectively. There's also a Mara Jade lightsaber, I think, from one of the old PC video games. And then there's the Antigonee. There's two different versions on his website, the V1, which I'm showing off here, and the V2. Just a small, slight difference between the two of them. You'll notice on the grenade section here that it alternates between solid silver lines and grooved silver lines. So the V1 has both alternating, and then the V2, I believe, is just all recessed, similar to the grenade section from Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber, but then the top section has been brushed so that the bare aluminum shows and the anodizing black in the grooves provides a nice contrast. So this is very much an Obi-Wan Kenobi prequel trilogy style design. You've got your pommel. This body shape here is very Obi-Wan prequel trilogy. You start to see influences from the original trilogy with the grenade section, and then back to prequel trilogy with the emitter. And then the thin neck, of course, is very original trilogy Obi-Wan. So it sort of mixes the different Obi-Wan Kenobi styles with the grenade section and thin neck from his Episode 4, and then the rest of the style from Episode 1 and 2. So it's a very nice overall Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber design, but it is a custom original saber design, as far as I'm aware, that Roman Props developed some years ago, called the Antigonee. So yeah, it's very short. It's a nice. You do get a good two-handed grip on here. The thin neck is thick enough, so I think it would withstand some pretty good dueling, but it gives a nice choke section right here, and then your lower hand wraps around the bottom part here, giving you a nice, solid, comfortable grip. The pommel provides a good turning point if you want to use that for dueling. It's also quite comfortable to hold in one hand. It's very light. It's not super heavy. So I like that the grenade section harkens back to original trilogy, but is also very unique and original. Just the way that the little grooves are machined is quite original. I really like it. I may end up doing a little bit of powder coating to give maybe a brass or a copper on the neck section here. That might be cool. But let's get her fired up. It's just got the three basic sound fonts from the Antigonee V4. So you press the button once to boot it up out of deep sleep mode. This is light meat. Alright, so you can sort of see that it is green. So right there, that's the color that you'll see on the main blade. A very pale viridian. But it does kind of look white if you're looking at it from certain angles. There, you can really see it right there. That's the shade of green right there. And you've got your white flash on clash. This is mute mode if you want it. press and hold. This is gray meat. Very, very nice sensitivities out of the box on the Nano Biscotti V4. I'm not changing any of the default settings. It works perfectly for me, so hopefully it works perfectly for you. But if not, the config editor is pretty easy to use. You just open it up in your computer, the removable SD card, and you can play with the sensitivities. And then my favorite default font is dark meat. I love it so much. Right there, you can see just a hint of the deep red that's flashing through, mixing in with the green. We'll throw a blade in there right now and you can hear it, or you can see it. If you can start hearing colors, then there's something wrong with you. Or there's something awesome with you, I have no idea. Turn into some kind of X-Men mutant thing. The hilt came with a very, very, very small retention screw. It was smaller than 440. I don't even know what size it was. I didn't have a tool readily available to take it out or to tighten it, and so I re-drilled and re-tapped it for 832 just because that's the standard that I personally like to use on all my sabers. Let's see. Yeah, it really is showing up white on camera, but in person, it's a beautiful shade of green. Very, very unique shade of green. Viridian green. I wish it showed up better on camera. Anywho, that's my review of the Antigonee saber from Roman Props. Both V1 and V2 sabers are available now, so the link is below if you're interested in picking up this saber. I'll also be putting this guy up for sale, so if you want to get one that's fully installed, you just click on the link below to my Facebook page, and this guy will be available for sale as well, in case you're interested in that. So thank you to Roman Props for not only this particular saber, which is a very nice original design with original and prequel trilogy inspiration, but also for everything else that he does for our community. He just did a Graflix run of accurate flash guns, so if you're looking for a functioning camera prop replica, Roman Props is the only one who has a functioning camera flash gun replica. Other makers, like the Graflix Shop and Korbanth Custom Saber Shop, they do the Graflix 2.0, of course, which is exterior very accurate, but interior is not a working camera attachment. It's just built solidly for lightsaber electronics inside. Roman Props also has the MPP handle coming out, the Darth Vader flash gun. So the pre-orders, I believe, are open for that. So, yeah, I look forward to seeing what else Roman Props does in the future. Thank you so much for sending this to me, Roman. I really appreciate it. It's a lovely hilt. I appreciate the opportunity to review it and install it. So, yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.